Aqua gang, gang, gang. What do you do, boo? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian soul family. What's up, y'all? I hope you're doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, please give us exactly what it is that we need to know about this very bizarre, okay, energy. What in addition do we need to know in regards to the energy showing up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Please keep in mind that the messages are in fact general, okay? Don't force anything to fit. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Cross watchers, place yourself where you belong in the storyline. You're also welcome here. Before we jump in, okay, and I give you this hot, piping hot tea, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of honey in that thing, a little bit of a throat lozenge, some lemon, okay? It's gonna really feed you what it is that you need to know in regards to this energy, right? So that you can move accordingly. But first, click the like button, as well as the subscribe button, okay? And the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload on this channel. Click that subscribe button, y'all, okay? We're on a path to 100K. I appreciate those of you who are already here. We've built such a beautiful platform, such a beautiful family, and I don't take you guys for granted. It's lit. I ain't even gonna hold you, okay? I'll be so excited to come to you guys. But anyway, okay. So, let's jump in. For those of you who are new here, I am an acquired taste babe, okay? You let me know if I'm your flavor, and if I am, then please join us. We would love to have you, okay? Come on, come all, Aquarians. We all gather here. I'm an Aquarius as well, just in case you didn't know that. Just in case you didn't know. All right, now, where shall we begin? Let's start with the Fool. A little bit of foolery, fuckery. Sorry, right? This could be an Aries that some of you are dealing with, okay? Or they have it prevalently in their natal chart, or this is the energy that they have embodied and that they are continuing to embody. I do feel like this person has been a bit foolish in their way of thinking and in their way of doing things, okay? There's something that is now coming to this person's attention about you and who you are, because I think they really have mistaken their importance in your life based on your efforts, based on your actions, right? The way that you would have been showing up for this person, the things that you would have provided in the connection led this person to believe that you were the fool. But I feel like that has now flipped in their mind. They are feeling a bit foolish. They feel like they misread you. They may feel like they placed you in the wrong category. They may feel like they played with you and they possibly should not have, because I do feel like they are experiencing some challenges now, okay? There's a major lesson that this person is now on the breast of learning. Now, here's the thing. I feel as though, depending on, right, because the tarot is fluid, guys, right? So this could be something that is currently unfolding or something that will be unfolding soon here. If it's already happened, it's not something that has happened a long time ago, okay? It does feel like it was in the recent past. Depending on how long it's been since the two of you have kind of moved apart, right? There is a bit of a disconnect here, whether that's an actual separation or just I'm not feeling them right now energy, but I'm still kind of like on the fence about things, is going to be different for all of you. Either way it goes, the way that you are behaving now definitely has this person's attention, okay? It's either the lack of effort or the fact that you placed in a whole lot of effort with the Fool card, right? You really trusted in this blindly, and there has been a shift, right? So they definitely are noticing a big difference in what they would have been receiving from you before. Like a good example of that is what they're saying is a good example, and it doesn't have to fit. This is just one example. It's going to be different for all of you. It would be sort of like being very engaging in conversation or in text message, but now all they get is like one word answers or like just a thumbs up, you know what I mean? Blank stares, kind of like looking off into a distance, not really laughing at their jokes, not really here for the bullshit, right? Like very much so about your business. And for some of you, it's just you're not giving this person the time of day like at all. You went from looking like you were diving off of a cliff towards this, which they would have loved. And now you're kind of leaning sideways. So this person, I just have to say this, right? Don't beat me up in those motherfucking comments. I do feel like this person thought you were like, you know, a little bit less than smart, y'all. Okay. with the amount of effort you would have been giving them. This is not the type of person who you can give freely to, and in your efforts to feed them, to fill their cup, to be nurturing, to be supportive, to be there for them, right? To do nice things for them, to take them out, to feed them, to give them your love, to give them your time, your energy, your body, your conversation, right? Your advice. I mean, the list can really go on and on and on. This is not the type of person that looks at that as, oh, wow, right? What a beautiful soul. What a beautiful being. What did I do to, for what did I do to deserve this, right? For whom do I owe the pleasure of experiencing, right, the purity of this beautiful being? No, they look at people like that as stupid. I'm just going to say it like it is. Okay, I love you. Y'all know I love you, right? I think we've all been here before, because it's sort of like that's how you would look at someone who would do these things for you. You treat people the way that you want to be treated, but sometimes you got to kind of sit back on that thing and make sure whoever you're about to treat with this kind of purity, with this kind of effort, with this sort of level of nurturing, right, is deserving and is looking at it from the right perspective. You see what I'm saying? They have a different perspective on your effort. For them, it looks like they played you for a fool. Now, here's what I will say. That perspective is changing. Okay, this idea that they had, they're no longer thinking this way, but it's only because of how you're now valuing yourself or how you're moving now, right? It's quite different. So this is the type of person who would look at this sort of effort also as someone who is thirsty, or as someone who needs them, as someone who doesn't see value in themselves because they're giving too freely. And the reason why this person believes that is because they themselves don't feel like they deserve that kind of effort. They don't feel like they deserve love. They don't feel like they deserve what you're giving to them. You see what I'm saying? They feel like they deserve what they give to people. This might be a trickster. This might be a player. This might be somebody who kind of just does a lot of talking, not a whole lot of doing. And the way that you were showing up was that of, I stand on business. You see what I'm saying? I mean what I say what I mean. My actions match my words. I'm very consistent, and so forth and so on and so on. Your table is full. It's like a buffet, right? The level in which they were able to feed off of is the phrase that they're using, guys. Okay. Did they enjoy it? Yes. Did they look at it the way that you thought that they would? Because here's the thing. I don't feel like, can I just be honest? Can I be honest? Let's take a little breather. Because I'm about to get the realest, y'all. Okay. I'm about to get to the real. I don't be trying to offend people. I don't. Y'all know I love y'all, right? It's just, I got to keep it a buck. So we're seeing things clearly. And therefore, when shit like this comes up, let's try again. Yeah, we want to make sure we have all the information correct. We want all the details. We want all the facts. We want to be going off what we thought and not really knowing what they think. Take a moment and send me a little comment down below. Let me know if you're rocking with this. Is this your storyline? Okay, it does feel very specific. You may have Aries within your chart because there's something, there's a go-getter energy about you, or you were embodying this energy. They just weren't seeing it correctly. You see, they were seeing it sideways. The Fool card in the upright is more like taking a leap of faith. It is to be seen as beautiful because you are going towards something optimistically, right? You're seeing the beauty in something, even though I do feel this person would have had some things that should have gave you pause. Can I just say that? Okay. You either gave them the benefit of the doubt on some things that weren't quite adding up for you. Potentially thinking that, okay, that might grow over time, that might change over time, or just blatantly overlooking that shit. Okay, now we're gonna call a spade, right? Just jumping right over those red flags. It ain't red. Empress is pink. It's pink, girl. Now green. Okay, now yellow. Come on, girl. Don't do me, right? It was red pumpkin. Okay. Bright red. Redder than red. Okay. Red and black. And so this person also recognizes that within themselves, guys, okay? Here's the thing. You might ask then if you yourself feel like you're not deserving of what I was going to give you or what I'm giving, or of me, right? Just of me as a person. Then why would you come towards me? Well, because people like nice things. What are you talking about? Love? I love you. What are you talking about? People want to live in the lap of luxury. People like nice things. People will roll up to the Lexus dealership. They'll roll up to the Porsche dealership and no, they ain't got no damn job. Come on. But if they gonna give me a Rolls Royce, bitch, I ain't gonna say no. Hello, somebody. That's why. And let's just sit in that analogy for 1 second, guys, okay? It's supposed to be a challenge, right? But instead of them showing up to name whatever luxury car dealership you want to name, bitch, right? They normally need like paperwork. They need to see your W-2s, goddamn. They need to see if you got some savings. You got to have a hell of a down payment, bitch. You ain't just coming up in this bitch and we talking about we just gonna give you the keys to some shit. We ain't seen not a lick of money. No. You're gonna have to get a loan. Something without credit. You can't get a loan. I don't think this person had credit. Okay? No credit is just as bad as bad credit. You see what I'm saying? And they are specifying no credit because you didn't know them. But I do feel like spiritually there may have been a pull towards this person. Something that sparked this energy within you that would have had you give freely, right? Nurturing, loving, and be very genuine about it. I just don't feel like they were deserving of that, right? And they also don't feel like they were deserving of that, right? Everybody here except you might be on board with this right now, right? Me, spirit, the divine, and this person all agree they didn't deserve this, period. They were supposed to come in and be challenged. By way of being challenged, I do feel like that would have solidified in their mind that they were not deserving. I do feel like you may have been a little bit out of this person's league in certain areas. It could just be spiritual. We're not just talking monetarily, guys, right? We're talking like emotional availability, the shit that really matters, right? The things that add substance to a relationship, the things that make relationships work, the things that make partnerships work, that add value to another person's life, right? That is very selfless. They were not prepared for that, right? They weren't prepared for you, and they also were not mature enough to view it in the aspect in which you meant it. That is what I will also say, right? Don't beat yourself up, because I feel like this is a slippery slope down the path of feeling like you shouldn't be like this anymore. That is not true. Okay, two things can be true at the same time is what they're saying. Your energy is beautiful. It is warranted, but just not for this kind of person. Okay, so we have bad timing, right? Right energy, wrong person. Wrong person. So I feel like this person definitely was testing you in this relationship, kind of seeing how far they can take you, how far they can go, overstepping those boundaries, saying certain things, planting certain seeds, saying they would do one thing, yet not doing it, right? Seeing how long they can get away with certain behavior, definitely testing the boundaries in this Stormy Days card. What I see now is this person actively trying to avoid what they didn't know was coming, right? Which is you're not as sweet as you appear, right? You're only sweet when it is deserving. They feel like you're not being sweet anymore. For some of you, you may have cursed this person out. There's sort of a wrath that they're trying to avoid with this umbrella here. So you either told them off, you said something to them, you acted a certain way, or you will be, right? There's a lesson that they're going to be learning here about judging a book by its cover, about also not knowing themselves and not knowing love, what real love looks like, right? What real interest looks like. Somebody who's genuinely interested in you, someone who genuinely likes you, someone who genuinely likes you for you, because I'm gonna let you know something, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. You are not the cat's meow. Okay, baby girl, you got some work to do. We all do, but it's just like, yeah. They got a little cocky with it because of how you was diving off this motherfucking cliff like that. You see what I'm saying? They're now pointing out this amethyst. Amethyst is like psychic abilities, right? It is also the birthstone for February Aquariuses. So we do have Aquarian energy showing up there. Somebody feeling like they know you, right? Like they know your moves, like they studied you, like they know what you're going to do next. They know how you feel based on what they feel like you've done in the past. But what they don't understand is that can change, bitch, right? That can change real fast. My feelings can change real fast. That shit can go on, then off. Did they suspect that it would ever go off? No. No, they didn't. And they feel very foolish about that. Now, in the midst of riding around in their Rolls Royce without credit, insurance, a job, money in their bank account, and all that, they flexing on the gram. They telling everybody, come look at my hot rod. They going and taking it to car washes and getting it detailed and shit like that. Okay? They never suspected that it wasn't actually theirs. That it could be temporary. That it could just be slipped and stripped away from them at the drop of a motherfucking dime. And you know what happened, y'all? They went from the bus stop to the Rolls Royce and they motherfucking fell in love with the Rolls Royce. How could you not? It's all starry. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a starry sky in that bitch. I've never been in one before, but I seen, you know. I don't know why they're using this as an analogy, guys. So just follow me. Y'all know I'm an intuitive. Maybe that's your dream car. Maybe that's this person's dream car. So if a relationship or a person was the Rolls Royce, right? Their dream girl, their dream guy, their dream relationship, like what they would want their husband to do, their wife to do, the person that they could spend the rest of their life with because they weren't really doing much to get it. It's like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Of course you'll fall in love with it. But then once you fall in love with something, and you feel like it's yours, what happens next, guys? Well, you get comfy, don't you? Right? You're suspecting that when you go outside your motherfucking apartment, when you walk outside your house, it's going to be sitting there. It's going to be parked right there. It's not going nowhere, right? Because it's been that way for however long it was, guys. For however long you were there. They could count on you. They could count on you to be there. They could count on you to be there. Until one day they couldn't. Did they see that shit coming? Hell no. They never saw it coming, guys. Okay, look. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So this is definitely giving fire sign energy. You guys, they might be a little bit cocky. They may be a little bit arrogant. They may be a little bit wild with it, right? And Aries more specifically is, like I said, is that go-getter type of energy. It's somebody that goes after what they want, even if they haven't worked for it. You see what I'm saying? Even if they don't actually deserve it, they'll finesse their way into some shit. They'll, you know, make up some pay stubs. They lied. They made it up. They lied to the Rolls Royce dealership. You see what I'm saying? They came up in there with all kinds of fake W-2s. They had Ray and TT and them get on the motherfucking computer and say, I work for NASA, bitch, okay? I build rocket ships. I'm going to take you to the moon if you give me a Rolls Royce. And it worked. It worked. They may feel like they manifested the perfect partner. I feel like you didn't give this person a whole lot of pushback, a whole lot of trouble, y'all. You know what I mean? You were very easygoing. And here's the thing. That's something that people don't quite understand about the Aquarius energy. We are very loyal. When we fall in love, we will be very loyal to you, okay? Very loyal, sometimes to a fault. But when that shit motherfucking switch, don't let it switch, bitch. Don't you let it. Don't you let it. Once it switches, it'll be a cold day in hell, bitch, before you ever see us again. We will release. Okay? And we're releasing everything. Not just people. We'll leave a motherfucking job, a person, and a house, and a state or a city all in 1 month, bitch. Out of here, right? We can go through purging cycles. And I'm feeling very dramatic right now. I don't feel like you dramatized this, and I don't feel like you are being dramatic, but this is how this person is viewing it, because they've been walking outside to that Rolls Royce every day for the last motherfucking 2 months, and then they come out there and boom, somebody stole my car. They want to call the police. The police is like, bitch, you lied to get this. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Prison, imprisonment. And I do mean mental imprisonment. Go think about what you did. Go sit in the corner. You in time out, bitch. You in time out, ho. So with this Fool card sideways now, I do feel like it was at one point in the reverse. This person viewed you as a fool. They played you for a fool. Like they tricked you. They feel like they tricked you into this connection. They tricked you into this relationship. I didn't even have to do anything. I can clearly see a vision of them talking to like one of their good friends, a best friend, a cousin, somebody that they're really close with, gossiping about how they're getting over. Let me tell you what she did for me this time, bruh. Let me tell you what I had this dude doing, girl. You ain't never gonna believe it. Oh, they messed up with that one, y'all. They did. Because there's something to be said about knowingly, right? Getting over on someone, right? Lying your way into a situation. You think it's just the relationship that's gone. What's really getting ready to go is your peace of mind, bitch. That's what's getting ready to go. Because you really play with the wrong one here. And I'm not tooting you all's horn. This is what they're saying to me, right? The stormy days literally says hard times. And it's something that they've been trying to avoid. But I feel like they just couldn't help themselves, right? Because you were so pure. You were showing up. You were doing things, guys. Can we just be honest with each other? I feel like the ways in which you were giving to this connection from very early on was unwarranted. It was in ways that this person was not deserving of. They had not earned it, right? And in your mind, right, just to go ahead and like, give you some credit, right? Take a bit of a breath, because I feel as though you suspect that people are like you. So if I'm showing up this way with this effort, then that will be reciprocated. That is what you will give to me. That is what you will do for me. And they may have said that they would, but did they? They bamboozled you, right? It's like I said, talking their way into getting a luxury that they quite literally did not pay for and can't afford. Like they got the whole shit on credit, and then you just found out that they ain't got no motherfucking credit. They live with their mama. There's nothing wrong with you living with your mama, but just say you do. Just say that, bitch. Don't tell me you got a whole mansion out in Paris. Just be real. Just be real. Keep it a bug. You got a mansion, but it's made out of sand, bitch. You got sand castles. Just say that. Just say that. And the crazy thing is, right? You are a chameleon, right? You don't judge people. You would have adjusted. I feel like, no, you would not have given as much if you knew who you were really dealing with. Let's just call that a thing, right? So we didn't really get to know this person very well, or they kept on a front for much longer than you expected, right? You suspected that the person that you were giving to was deserving of that, and it was just based off of words. I don't get that they put in any effort or any action to suggest that they would be able to afford you spiritually, emotionally, mentally. They can't afford you. That's vacant. It is insufficient, bitch. There's nothing in the account. The brain is empty. All jokes aside. You're like, bitch, how's all jokes aside? You over here joking. I am not joking, y'all. I'm not. It's not a motherfucking joke. Adjustments are required. And I do feel like this card is prior to moving on to anything else. There are some things that may need to be addressed internally, right? Because for some of you, it's like, I never saw this coming, Empress. I know you over here kikiing, but this my life, bitch. Okay, I never saw it. I get it. It could be something subconscious, right? That had you blinded. Rose-colored glasses. You ever heard that term? That is not just a coinky-dink. That's not just a myth. It's not something that people just say. It's there and it's invisible, bitch. You don't realize that they're on. Hello? So for me, it is a signifier of something deeply rooted, something that is going on internally, right? And it could even be subconscious things that have you moving in certain ways, and you don't even realize that it is not beneficial to yourself. It is second nature, right? It's things that need to be unpacked that you don't see yet. Prosperity lies ahead. So Spirit is ready to upgrade you, okay? Here's the thing. What this person was able to get out of you, that's it for them. You see what I'm saying? They really sold themselves short because, as I stated, even if they had growing to do, even if they had learning to do, even if they had maturing to do, right? Even if they still had a long ways to go, the type of person that you are is very understanding of that, right? Like, I don't feel like, no, you're not accepting people who are below you. No, I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is you're not judgmental. You do understand that in this lifetime, we're all learning lessons. We are all going through transformations. We are all growing. We are all starting at some point, right? And we're all in different positionings on our journey. And just because somebody is here doesn't mean that one day after they do the work, they won't be here, right? And so you're able to see people's potential. You're able to allow people to see their potential as well. What you can't do is force somebody to act on that potential, right? So I feel like you gave this person a fair shot and they sold themselves short, because if they were just honest, right, instead of maneuvering, finessing, this is a finesser, okay? I heard a fly dresser too. So they may look real good on the outside. The outside package, woo, fine in the motherfucker. She bad. Yeah. He fine as fuck, sis. Don't play with your girl. Don't play with me, okay? You like, girl, you put in 20 on 10. I need you to relax. They was all right. Yeah, they was easy on the eyes, bitch. Don't lie to me. I see them. They were easy on the eyes. Could have blinded your judgment slightly, just slightly, right? Made you overlook certain things slightly, just slightly, guys. If they would have just showed up as who they actually were, they would have gotten a lot further, because you're going a lot further, right? So they weren't able to get as much out of you as you think. This is why we need to keep our eye on the prize, right? Keep your eyes ahead. Prosperity lies ahead. Luck is on your side. Now, it might be very difficult, you know, whatever adjustments or difficulties you might be experiencing now, because this was a test. This connection was a test. I feel like you passed the test because of the way that you're moving now, or the way that you're showing this person who the fuck you are. And that is also that's their lesson. Now, does that mean that there's not the potential for this to come back together? I don't see that now. Got to be honest, okay? Your girl got to be honest. I don't see that just yet. We had this luck on your side card come out twice. Okay, this person thought they got lucky, but you definitely showed them a different side. You showed up as someone else. You are showing them the wrath, right? They feel like they're feeling your wrath. They are trying to protect themselves, but I don't get that they are going to be able to avoid this juncture, right? Like, they have to go through this. This is something that they will have to deal with. You are the foolish one for thinking that Aquarius was foolish, right? And you have dug yourself this bed in a spiritual warfare, which is terrible for you. But, you know, listen, you got to learn this lesson, babe. Okay, you made it. You're going to lay in it. Yeah, take a little nap. Go to sleep, ho. Go to sleep, ho. Go to sleep. Just lay down, okay? Think about what you've done. Very interesting. So let's see here. Not very many cards have come out besides this pre-shuffle. They had a lot to say. Your efforts are not going unnoticed. Okay, though you may still have some things that you need to unpack in order to remove those rose-colored glasses and stop giving potential a chance. Okay, it is what it is. They either show up the way that they're supposed to, or they don't. You know, those days are over, right? That is the required adjustment, I feel, for a great majority of you, is recognizing that potential don't mean shit. bitch. Okay, their words don't really mean anything if the actions don't match up. Yes? If they lied once, they'll lie again. Yes? If they cheated on their ex, they probably gonna cheat on you. Yeah? If you see that they playing their own motherfucking ditty for money, then they probably gonna run your pockets. Okay, they probably digging for a little bit of gold. Yes? There's no more benefit of the doubt, bitch. It is what it is. It's looking at situations for what the fuck they are and moving accordingly to protect yourself. There's also this quality about you, which I love, right? It's a very, like I said, empathetic, right? You can sympathize with people's situations. You can empathize because you yourself also may have came from nothing. You may have built something out of nothing, or you may have come very far. And it's sort of like this not wanting to judge people where they are. But everybody is not like you, and people will take advantage of that, right? That nice girl or nice guy quality. Does that mean that you don't need to be nice to nobody? No, but we definitely need to be vetting people to make sure that the way that you're meaning for your nurturing qualities, your humanitarianism, your empathy, your sympathy to come off is how they are receiving it. And they're not receiving it as, oh, we done stepped up into the motherfucking Bed Bath and Beyond, bitch. Ain't nothing but doormats in this motherfucker. Okay? Could take our pick. We got some woven doormats. We got some rubber doormats. We got some, you know, we got pink ones. We got red ones. We got some ones with words. We got some plain one doormats all up in this bitch. To wipe our muddy feet off on. And I bet you didn't even think that that's what they were thinking when you were doing all this nice shit. That's exactly what they were thinking. You're like, oh, I think that, you know, this is my soulmate. Nope. That's not what they were thinking, guys, okay? You have to make people work for it. They need to work for you. They need to work for it. They don't just get it. They don't just get you. They don't just get your energy. They don't just get a motherfucking date. Even a conversation. Like, you're high priced, okay? If you're not a Rolls Royce, bitch, you're a Lamborghini. If you're not a Lamborghini, ho, you're a Porsche. If you're not a Porsche, you're a Mercedes. Okay? You might be a little motherfucking Beamer. I'm just saying, it's luxurious, right? It is something that needs to have effort placed into acquiring or even test driving that motherfucker. They shouldn't even be able to put their feet up in that bitch without seeing them motherfucking W-2s, without seeing the goddamn taxes from the last 3 years. Like, yeah, vetting it like that. And no, you're not snobby for doing that. You're not stuck up for doing that. You're not being the asshole. You're not being the bitch. You are letting it be known. It's not going to be easy. Does that mean it's not attainable? Of course, that doesn't mean it. But it won't be easy. It'll be a fight, bitch. Okay? It will. So we have target and true love, right? They miss your story ceilings. They miss sitting up on that genuine leather. Okay? They miss that wood grain. I don't know what they're doing now. They might just be footing it everywhere, you know, busting it everywhere. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like it's been a major downgrade, okay, either energetically or actually, right? Like they may see things kind of going awry in their life. They're potentially having to fight for every little thing. They may have also tried to replace what is now missing, which has only made things what? Worse. Yeah, worse. So you're on the path to healing from this, okay? I do feel like the separation is what's necessary in order to heal things. There is no compromising here. Do you know why? Because this person doesn't view you as an equal. They view you as somebody that they were able to get over on. And that's a hard pill to swallow, number one. And that's also a hard thing to change. Does that mean it's not possible? No, we'll look in the extended, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck, right? Once somebody feels like they were able to do certain things with you, that you were acting a certain way, that they were able to get away with certain certain things that, you know, that this is who they think you are. They place you in that box. It's really hard to change that. And more importantly, we're not really trying to change that. You see what I'm saying? You can't control what other people think about you. You can't control what other people do, but you can control where you place yourself. Yes? Great. Let's go over to the extended, okay? I want to really dig in and see where this is going, okay? I want to know who this person is really at their core. All right, who are they actually? Who are they trying to be? Who are they going to be if they try to return? I do see a conversation coming, okay? I see them wanting to... I had to sneeze. I heard somebody say, I'm allergic to the bullshit now, Empress. Don't be coming with the bullshit now. I see them wanting to talk about compromisation. Let's find a way to compromise instead of giving up on us. Bitch, I'm not giving up on me. I'm giving up on you. You don't exist. You're not even real. You're not even here. Like, you never were a thing. Hello. They're like, what? What about all those days we drove down the city with the top down? You're like, it's over. Give it the keys. You know what I'm saying? Hand it over. Hand it over. Hand it over. We can do a little switcheroo. Compromise? Okay, great. You give me the keys and I'll give you your bus pass. Out of here, bitch. You out of here. Okay. Let's see. What have they been up to since the separation? Like, what have they been planning? What has been their mastermind? How do they believe that they're going to be able to pull this off? Let's try again and compromise. This way you can kind of be 10 steps ahead of them, right? Mentally. I do want to know what karma they will have in store to face in the near future because of this, right? This feels like just the beginning, the lesson that is leading to the karmic struggles or the karmic debt to be repaid. I want some details on what that actually looks like. Okay. I do want to know, have they been digging up in other people? Now, I did see that they may have been, right? There's going to be a need to protect yourself from other people's energy as well. If you're still dealing with this person, I don't advise being sexually active with them or tying yourself to them as they are getting ready to go through a bit of a battle spiritually. Okay. They have some things that they need to kind of unpack, heal, and work through in order to awaken, in order to evolve. Okay. Do they desire for this to work? I see that they're asking to try things again, but the real question is, if you really desired for things to work with Aquarius, then you would be making the necessary changes. There ain't no coming back doing the same shit because they're not even going to show up in the same way. Okay, those days are over. So if you want it to work, what are you willing to do in order to make that happen? Has there been a transformation? Has there been an upgrade in your energy? What are you bringing to the table? Now, here's what I will say, and we're going to really dig in. I want to look at some details. I do feel like you need to go ahead and set your list up. For those of you who still see it for this person, they need a whole list of shit that they have to do to make up for this. I'm just saying, right? And ain't no letting up. Put your foot on their motherfucking neck if you want me. And then you could still walk away from this and say no, right? Especially for those of you who feel like you were given the short end of the stick or feel as though you're taking an L, you're leaving depleted, right? I don't feel like this is revenge. I feel like this is just fair. All's fair, bitch. All's fair. So we will look, like I said, at what they're willing to do to get back. Okay, what changes they're willing to make and what their approach would be. Okay, how are they going to approach you? What are their purest intentions for that approaching? That is just so that you could prepare yourself, okay, for whatever they're going to be throwing your way. This is a bit of a finesser. Yeah. So we want to be prepared for that, okay? We don't want no curveballs and nothing that might throw you off, especially if you still have those rose-colored glasses, which I want to look at. What are the things that you're needing to heal from subconsciously that may have you not seeing things correctly or might have those rose-colored glasses on that have you showing up and appearing in situations to where people feel like they can take advantage, that you're to be played with. We need that out of here. Like tomorrow, like right now, like right now, like right now. Okay, and we'll get some advice on how you can heal your heart in preparation for forward movement, whether you decide to re-engage this or not. I'm not going to judge, right? We will look to see how this will turn out potentially. Okay, how is this more than likely going to turn out? Whether it's good or bad, we will look at that. And what do you need to do in order to heal? And for those of you who are moving towards something else, who's coming after? Yeah, what does that look like? Once you've healed, What does the new thing look like? Okay. It says prosperity lies ahead. So it could be a Taurus coming in or another Sagittarius, another fire sign. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. You might attract a lot of fire signs. It says luck is on your side. So I feel like the next thing, whether it's with this person or the newer energy, will be on the up and up. And that's not because of who you're dealing with. It's because of who you are now, right? It's because of how you see yourself, how you're showing up is really going to dictate how this next cycle will go, and it will be prosperous. So we'll also throw in some advice and an Ask the Universe reading. Without further ado, click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.